Wendy. It's me, Joan. It's been so long. How are you doing? Enjoying your week? The truth is, I have some great news for you.
Get lost, Joan. I don't want to talk to you.
What do you mean? Don't be like that. Where are your manners? Our kids are friends, you know. How would your sweet, adorable daughter feel if she heard you saying something like that to her best friend's mommy?
They don't even go to the same school anymore, you know. And anyway, what do you expect exactly? Suddenly getting a message from the woman who had an affair with my husband and stole him away from me? What am I supposed to say exactly?
Oh, hi, Joan.
Lovely to hear from you. How are you? Give my regards to Theo. Yeah, right. Wake up, Joan. This is reality. The world doesn't revolve around you. I meant to block you, but I forgot, so now I've accidentally read your damn message. What a day. Forget it, Joan. I don't want to hear anything from you. Don't contact me again. Bye.
Now, wait just a minute. Don't go just yet. I have a great announcement for you. You'll be thrilled to hear it. I promise. You can't block me at a time like this. Just hear me out, okay?
A great announcement, is it? Why do I feel like I'm not going to like it? Whatever it is.
Well, first of all, let me begin by saying, today is the 6-month anniversary of my divorce.
Is that right? Wow. Congratulations, I guess.
So just earlier, Theo and I went to the town hall and officially registered ourselves as a married couple. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Good for you. Is that all?
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm just getting started. I have even bigger news than that. Are you ready to hear it?
Fine. Go on if you must.
Just a few months ago, Theo and I, we found out we're expecting a baby.
Huh? Are you serious? You're pregnant?
That's right. I believe another congratulations is in order. We don't know what the gender is yet, of course. But what I can say for sure is that it's Theo's child. Jealous, are you? You don't have to bother hiding it. No matter how much you wish for it, you'll never be able to give birth to a child of Theo's ever again. I bet you wish you could switch places with me. Don't you?
You're pregnant. So what?
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Just what part of this whole thing is supposed to be a happy announcement?
Oh, you've got some kind of problem with us. Of course it's a happy announcement. What could be happier than starting a family with the one you love the most?
Well, I won't refute that statement, sure. But you're really something else if you actually think this is a happy announcement.
Oh, so you really are jealous. Just as I suspected you would be. Please, honey. You need to get over this. Don't be so immature. It's already been more than 3 months since you and Theo divorced. You need to move on already. Don't you think so?
Oh, don't get it twisted. I've forgotten all about it already. Believe me, thanks to you, my work is going great. And I've been so busy that I don't even have the time to think about everything that happened with your little affair, or the divorce for that matter. So I'll be honest. You messaging me at a time like this is a real pain in the butt. I really don't have the time to be dealing with this crap.
Huh? Are you serious? Are you really saying my announcement is a pain in the butt? How could you?
You and Theo can do whatever you want. It has nothing to do with me. Please don't bother me anymore. Goodbye, Joan.
What's with you? Acting so high and mighty. All you're saying is that since you became a single mother, you've had to work like a dog, right? Stop pretending that things are going so well for you. Poor people can't afford to have free time. That's all. I mean, sure, this current predicament you're in is mostly my fault for sure. And I'm sorry about that. It was wrong of me to steal your rich, handsome, high-spec husband away from you, I guess. Is that what you want to hear? I'll check in with more good news in the future. So don't block me. Okay, love. Chat soon. Hi, Wendy. Guess who? My bump is really noticeable now. I'll have to be careful not to gain too much weight after the baby is born, huh? Thankfully, I don't seem to have too much morning sickness so far. Lucky! All in all, I've been having a nice and easy pregnancy. As for Theo, he wants to do his best for his new family, so he's been working hard day in and day out for my sake. He practically never gets home from the office. Talk about devoted. It sure is nice to be loved, isn't it? It's getting hard to move around now, but I'm so happy. Everything is going great. By the way, I have a request for you. Once the baby is born, I want you to stop contacting Theo's parents. Have you got that? We just found out the baby's gender. It's going to be a boy. Isn't that nice? One day this baby will inherit Theo's entire fortune. Not to mention taking over his company and president when he's old enough. That means your daughter is out of the running. She'll be disinherited too, of course. Since you were only ever able to give birth to girls, this should prove to everyone that I'm more suited to being Theo's wife. I hope you understand. Hi, Wendy. You'll be pleased to know I gave birth safely last night. Everything went really well, and the baby is healthy. He's a cute little thing. He looks just like Theo. I know he'll grow up to be very handsome. So, this is what true happiness feels like, huh? Oh, and as for my in-laws, I still haven't met them yet. I wonder why they don't approve of me, even though I'm clearly so much more suited to being Theo's wife. So weird, isn't it? They ought to know that their grandchild has been born because Theo messaged them this morning about it. I just can't seem to wrap my head around the whole thing. Weird.
It's been a while, Joan.
Oh, you finally replied! It's about time. I thought you'd been sulking because you haven't replied to any of my messages. I take it this means you finally got your life together and got over your jealousy? Or did you give up on your stubborn attitude because the future successor to the company has been born?
Well, first of all, I should congratulate you on the birth.
Thank you!
But as for that baby, haven't you realized yet whose child he really is? To be totally honest, I don't think you and Theo should raise the child together as husband and wife. I think the baby will be happiest with his real father. Don't you agree? For his own sake.
Huh? What are you going on about? You're not making any sense, Wendy. Did you go crazy out of jealousy or what? You're just mad because Theo and I are happy and you're in a miserable condition working as a broke single mother. Well, too bad for you. But this child is the fruit of Theo and my love.
Can I just ask you one thing?
Go on.
Was this child conceived after some fertility treatments by any chance?
Huh? Of course he wasn't. What are you talking about, Wendy? This child is the fruit of the love between Theo and I. He's a little miracle who came to us because we love each other so much. That's all.
I see. So he was conceived naturally, in other words. So you really did intend to give birth to Theo's child then? Now that I have your word regarding the situation, I will be contacting the appropriate people ASAP.
Wait, what on earth are you talking about? What exactly is going on here? If you're just jealous, then say it outright. Stop beating around the bush. You're not making any sense, you know. I'll forgive you if you just admit that you're frustrated you had your beloved husband stolen away from you. Okay? What the hell is going on, Wendy? Hey, you're the one who contacted my husband, aren't you? Don't lie to me. Now I'm being told by Theo that the baby has to have a DNA test to prove he's the real father. Why? What on earth did you say to him? I know for a fact that this baby is Theo's. What are you playing at, you stupid witch?
So you really didn't know the truth, huh?
What? The truth about what? Explain yourself.
Theo is infertile, actually.
He's what now? No, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
He's infertile to the extent that a natural conception is completely impossible for him.
You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Just admit that you're jealous already.
Because of that, my daughter was actually adopted at the age of 4.
She was? Huh?
Theo didn't want to do any fertility treatments, so we talked about what the best option was for us, and we decided to adopt. It's true.
You're lying. You're a liar. And I don't have to take this. I'll block you, you know.
Forgive me, but I heard that you and your husband were trying to conceive a child until just 2 days before you divorced him. And then you suddenly broke up because of the relationship you were having with my husband. Therefore, I think you'll find there's a high probability of the father of the son you just gave birth to is not Theo, but your ex-husband. Sorry.
No way! No way in hell is this really happening. It can't be true. I haven't heard a single word about Theo being infertile.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Theo said a lot of stupid things during the divorce.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, for example, he said that unlike me, you were a woman who actually has experience giving birth to a child, so given that foundation, he might have a chance of conceiving if it's with you. It doesn't make any sense, I know. He then told me, I want a biological child, so please divorce me.
Huh? Did he really say that? No way. This is nuts.
I agree. He seems to be putting the responsibility for conceiving a child on his partners, rather than himself. That's why I thought whether it's with Joan or not. You have to be crazy thinking this is going to work. My ex-mother-in-law and father-in-law also know about the extent of their son's infertility. That's why they don't want to contact you. They can put two and two together and they know the child isn't really his. However, right now, Theo is in the middle of paying them back the alimony in installments that they paid in advance, so they haven't cut ties with you guys completely.
You're not serious about all this, are you? This is just crazy. Come on. Tell me you're making this up. It can't be true. It just can't be. This is all your fault, Wendy. I lost the custody of my son because of your meddling. I don't get this. What's going on here? It's supposed to be so much easier for the mother of the child to get full custody, isn't it? So why am I the exception? It doesn't make any sense. What on earth is happening? How did things come to this?
I see. So I take it the custody of your son went to your ex-husband? Is that it?
Yeah, exactly. But why? It's so unfair. Something weird is going on here. This is the worst. I can't believe it. My son really wasn't the fruit of Theo and my love after all. But I was so sure of it. How could I have been wrong? If I knew that something like this was going to happen, I wouldn't have given up custody of my daughter.
Oh, well, you only have yourself to blame for that. After all, you're the one who said,
I'm going to give birth to Theo's child, so I don't need her around anymore. She'll just get in the way.
What kind of mother are you?
Huh? How did you know I said that?
Theo told me during the divorce proceedings. He didn't seem to think much of it.
Ugh, just great. Now all that's left for me is the future position of company president's wife, huh? Well, fine then. I'll just have to be happy enough with that. When Theo takes over the company, we'll be able to live a lavish lifestyle. And that's what's important.
Uh-oh. Wait. Don't tell me you don't know the truth about that either.
Huh? What now? You're messing with me this time, aren't you? What could it possibly be now?
Well, the thing is, Theo isn't going to be succeeding his dad's company. I am.
Huh? Wait. What? How can that be right? You're the next company president?
Yes. That's how it is. It was decided quite recently, as a matter of fact.
But why? That doesn't make any sense. The next company president is Theo.
Well, that was the original plan, but it's all been scrapped now. It was decided in the end that I should take over the company, not Theo.
But why? Why is the next president you and not Theo? Theo is the president's son. What on earth happened?
Let's see. I guess you could say that his true nature as an idiot who lets his lower half make all the decisions became exposed when he had the affair and divorce. That's the main reason. Oh, and because it turned out that he has debts.
Debts? What debts?
As you might expect, they couldn't just fire Theo out of the blue, so he was dropped from his path where he was on the fast track to a promotion and given kind of a do-nothing job for the time being. He was demoted down from a section manager to a regular low-level employee. And he also received a huge pay cut.
What? I had no idea that kind of thing was happening at the company. Are you kidding me? Theo didn't breathe a word of this to me. And what are these debts you're talking about? Explain right now.
It seems like he racked up quite a serious debt, spending money on you when he was having an affair. Fancy dinners, designer clothes, 5-star hotels, and even a car. Between the money he's borrowed from acquaintances, relatives, and consumer finance, he's gotten himself into over $300,000 worth of debt.
What? $300,000? But that's an insane amount of money. How did I not hear a word about this until today? You mean Theo really kept all of this a secret the whole time?
For these reasons, I guess the custody went to your ex-husband, who probably has a better living environment to raise a child in.
So that's why. No way. This can't be happening to me. So then it was all for nothing. Then why did I even bother?
You're questioning why you bothered stealing Theo from me in the first place? Is that it? Then you never really loved him.
Oh God, what am I going to do now? I'm in debt, you know. I have to pay money to both you and my ex-husband because of the affair and divorce, you idiot. How am I going to pay it now? I was planning to repay it using Theo's money, and now you're telling me he's in debt too? Seriously, what the hell? And on top of that, you're saying he's not even going to be company president one day? But I was going to live a life of luxury with him. I was going to be part of the upper echelons of society. It was all part of my plan. What am I supposed to do now? I even lost custody of my son. And I've gone into debt? And for what exactly? This is not how this was supposed to go.
For Joan, giving birth to a son was supposed to both establish and strengthen her position within the family she married into. Not to mention, allow her to live a life of luxury and wealth with a husband who owned a successful company and a son who would one day take over that company. She should have been well looked after for the rest of her life, with more money than she could ever hope to spend. As for my ex-husband Theo, he was planning to make a triumphant return to his hometown and present his parents with a miraculous biological grandchild which they could never even have dreamed of in the past. For both of them, this plan went very, very wrong indeed. Now the two of them are fighting and arguing every day. However, neither of them are in a position where they can go home to live with their parents. Drowning in debt, neither of them can afford to rent a new apartment and move out either. And since neither of them have the courage to go ahead with the divorce, they're still together. Last thing I heard. As you can imagine, Joan had to go out and get a job so she could start paying her debts back. She ended up getting a part-time job at a gas station, but started having an affair with the owner there, and was charged and sued once again by Theo when he found out. Hearing her story, I just can't help but laugh and shake my head in disbelief. Some people never learn, it seems.